Alright, so we have the Bandai Tamashii Nations S.H.Figuarts Great Demon King Piccolo. This is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, or what is going to be one of their event exclusives for the year of 2025. This most likely will be at New York Comic-Con as well as other events throughout the year. So this is the only one that really caught my attention. They released 3 this year. It's including Grade 8 Vegeta and the Beast Gohan, and then we have King Piccolo. Now, King Piccolo is cool because it comes with a throne, as you can see in the silhouette here. And the original release did not come with a throne, so the throne is a big added-on piece, if you're asking me. I think it's cool. I love stuff like that. I love thrones. So like King Cold with a throne. When they released Frieza on his little hover, it's not a throne, but a little hover pod, that was cool too. So thrones are definitely invited, if you ask me. I think it's a very, very cool and creative and just fun accessory to add on. Of course, it drives up the cost a little bit, but it's the only thing that made this one justifiable. Beast Gohan was just a metallic color, and then the Grade 8 Vegeta was just a more, I guess, anime, more saturated colored version of it, but with less accessories, and it cost more actually. So I already own that Grade 8 Vegeta, and the original one came with Yajirobe. It came with Goku, where he's holding and squeezing Goku. It just came with more accessories, and this one just isn't needed for me. And at one point I was completing every single release, and now I'm at the point where I am just going to focus on completing the regular releases, and the Comic-Con exclusives I'm going to cherry pick, because I just feel silly buying a Grade 8 Vegeta just because I want to say I have every single release, especially if it's a figure that's been released before. It's not a brand new figure. It's different. That was a brand new release. They never released Grade 8 Vegeta before. I would definitely get it, of course, obviously. But let me not get off on a tangent. Let me not get off on a rant here and get sidetracked. Let's focus on this Piccolo and see what he's got. It's a pretty big box. It's basically a cube here, as you see. Because of the throne, they had to make it a little bit bigger. Here's the back side of it, and then here's the other side right there. Alright, so the original release actually released for, I believe, $80 retail. This one right here released for $100, so $20 more gets you the throne. I think that's pretty good if you ask me. Now, there are some accessories that the original came with that this one does not come with. So the original one came with this rice cooker right here, and it also came with this egg to shoot right here. So these were not included with the exclusive release. Also, of course, the original one came with a Dragon Ball, so the little Dragon Ball accessories they used to include. There's also this little splatter effect, so you can lay the egg on the ground like it's hitting the ground. So those were included in the original one. And also, if we're going to talk about the head sculpts with the original one versus now, we'll see that there are some similarities, but there's also some differences here. So this is, I'm showing you guys the original release. So this is the original release head sculpt. This is the smirking face, and you can see here, this is the same face sculpt on the exclusive release, but they changed his eyeballs, or his pupils are looking to the side now. So they kept the same exact sculpt, changed the skin tone a little bit. The greens don't match 100%. They're not too far off, but they don't match 100%. But the pupils are looking to the side, so they kind of gave him a different look to change things up. I appreciate that. I don't mind that, not one bit. We also do get this head sculpt here. The antennas do come off. Let me put that back on. So here's this open mouth head sculpt. This is the original one. Here is the exclusive edition one. And the differences here would be the eyes are, I mean, you can see the veins there on the side of the eyes of the original one. The new one does not. So he's not as stressed out in this one right here. But you can see the teeth are more yellow on the new one. Of course, the skin tone's a little bit different. So this one's not too different, except for the eyes are changed up once again. And then this head sculpt from the original one actually is exclusive to the original one. So this big mouth, open mouth head sculpt, I think he spits out the egg like this. This is only the original release. The new one does not have that one, but the new one has this head sculpt, which is exclusive to the new one. So they did take away one head sculpt, but they added in one more, and it looks similar to this one, but it's not. You can see there's a difference. So this one's more of a evil laugh type of face sculpt right there. But with that being said, he doesn't really have a closed mouth on either release. Actually, now that I look at it, so they all have some sort of expression with the mouth for sure. All right, so this is the original release, and then here is the new release, and you can see here they flipped it now, and now the new release has the red veiny eyes. There's a lot more stress on this one, and then the original one does not. So again, the alternate accessories he comes with, run through it real quick. We have the head sculpts here, side eye, we got the angry, straining eyes right there, and the open mouth, the other open mouth. The hands, of course, we saw the pair of fists on the figure itself. We get the open hands right here. These are all similar hands that we get with the original release as well, so nothing different. We have a right karate chop hand, we have a right pointing finger hand, and then we have a left and a right open hand like this. So that's it. One thing also to note is that this event exclusive is actually the manga colors. So you can see the arms, I guess. He's got the yellow color for the, I really don't even know what you call that, but on the regular release right here, it's the anime colors. So you can see it's a pink color, and then it's like a yellow color for the manga release right there. And you can kind of take a look at these two next to each other real quick, and you see their gis are different as well. It's a darker purple for the waist here for the belt. Also the symbol on the chest is a different color as well. And of course the feet are going to change. It's a dark brown for the anime color and a light brown for the manga color right there. So this reminds me of old school San Diego Comic-Con exclusive when they used to do either anime or manga versions of, you know, the figures that they were repainting. All right, let's take a quick look at the chair itself, or the throne itself. You see, got the blue paint here on the arm rest and on the actual seat itself. The throne sits pretty low to the ground, as you can see. I think that's pretty accurate, but that means that it's gonna seem like the figure is just literally on the ground, and it's gonna make it a little hard because he's a pretty big, tall figure to bend the knees. We'll see how that looks. But overall, the sculpt and the paint job on the throne is really nice. It sits flush to the ground, which I like. There's no gap there. And the sculpt goes all the way to the back. Here we got a nice skull sculpted on the back there, which you don't even really see, but it's nice to see there. There is the other side. Here's the bottom. We get you know, all the branding and stuff. I would say it's hollow, but it's like it's a pretty good plastic. It's pliable, like you could squeeze it, but it's not super soft either. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not like it's a hard plastic. Anyways, there it is. Looks good, man. All right, so this is the main attraction, in my opinion. This is the main reason why you would go out and buy this figure again if you already own the original one. If you don't own the original one and you getting it for the first time, then this is also a win for you too, because you're getting a throne. And for me, like I said earlier in the video, I like accessories like this, like the throne for kings, you know, like King Cold, King Piccolo. Hopefully we get a King Vegeta and he comes with a throne too. I just think it's awesome. So this looks great. He's a little more difficult to get him to sit on it. This throne fits, I mean, it sits very low. The seat is almost to the ground. That's how it's meant to be. And I'm big on getting the figures to sit naturally. Like, I don't want to see it look awkward. I don't want it to see it, you know, with a big gap between his butt and the seat. Like, he's got to be actually sitting on it. His legs got to look natural. It's got to look like he's actually sitting in. I think I got it pretty good, but it took some work. You know, King Cold was actually a surprise to me. That one sat naturally. It sat great. It looked good. This one took a little bit of work, and I'm still working on it, but it does look good nonetheless. And I'm a big fan of it. So this was definitely the selling point for me. It's definitely paid off. The quality of it is pretty good. It's like a soft plastic, but it's not necessarily cheap. It feels pretty good. It's pretty solid, and the paint apps on it are pretty clean as well. So this is the pose that is kind of famous that he does on this seat here with this face, and you know, with the arm up and everything. So that's probably why this came with this head sculpt, specifically to display him on this throne, to recreate that image. So works out really well. But overall, like I said, if you have the original one, which is a great figure, you don't necessarily need this one, of course. But if you want to do this scene here where he is on the throne, then you're going to want to get this one. Now, if you never got the original one, this is a perfect opportunity to grab this one. I don't necessarily think you need the original one, because I think the throne alone is worth it, you know, unless you want the anime color. That's a different thing. But I love these are the exclusives I love, and I love the fact that they do repaints for exclusives. Whenever they do a brand new figure as an exclusive, it's not fun, because the figure has only been released via exclusive, and then it sells out, and then it goes like crazy in the aftermarket and all this and that. At least with the repaints, if you miss it, you already you have access to the original one, or you had access to the original one as a regular release. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you already have this King Piccolo, you don't necessarily need this one. Now, if you missed it, then here's your chance. But at least it's not a whole new figure. Like if this was King Vegeta as a San Diego Comic exclusive, it would be insane. Like the sales would have sold out, and it would be going for triple the price, because there was no original release, right? So there's not as much on the market, I guess, if that makes sense. So that's why I am a fan of them releasing repaints for exclusives. Exclusives shouldn't be new figures. I like that. But I'm a bigger fan of when they do the repaints as a manga version or an anime version. So like the way it was colored in anime and the way it was colored in manga were always different with almost every character. So I love that. I love that. I'm not a big fan of the metallic recolors. That's kind of silly to me, and I'm not really a fan of that. But the manga and anime recolors, that's a green light for me. Add in a throne, and that's an even bigger green light, and that's why we're here. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one.